So I really don't think you have women all too figured out yet, buddy. Welcome, biggity back! It is Jordan Jonas Sparks, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different for my channel. Today we are going to be talking about marriage and last names, and whether women should always keep the last name in marriages. Or what if your marriage is not man and woman? What do you do then? This is kind of an important topic, and today it came up in my life and it got a heated conversation going, so I figured it would be a good idea to open up the debate with you guys, and maybe we can share the knowledge and learn a bit and make the world a better place. So earlier today on my way home from work, I was checking my Facebook and I came across a Facebook post from this gay guy that I used to go to high school with. And his Facebook post was just a lighthearted post saying, I wonder the day when a male and female get married and the male has to change his last name to hers. And that basically opened up the debate, or opened up people to speak their opinions. And one of the opinions from somebody else that I went to high school with was, I would never get married to a woman that wants me to change my last name or even just hyphenate her name. If she wants to get married, she's gonna have to take my last name. Then they go on to further say, I even believe that no woman actually wants to keep her last name, and they all just want to test their partner's ability to stand up and be the alpha in the relationship. And then people basically started chiming in, arguing with this person, asking if this person was trolling or whether they were being sincere. And the bottom line is, they said this is entirely sincere, those are definitely their beliefs, they believe in carrying on this tradition and blah 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 blah. So the reason why I bring this up is because I don't share these beliefs whatsoever. To me, the beliefs that this person is holding are traditional beliefs, but they are not inclusive beliefs. They are only focused on heterosexual relationships. They are focused on this chauvinistic mentality that men are superior in a relationship, that people have a specific role that they need to play in a relationship because of traditions, that women are somehow genetically wired to want their man to give them their last name. So he then goes on to say, women want a strong partner, and that's a beta maneuver. You always know who wears the pants in hyphenated marriages. Then he says, all women want capable and competent partners. I feel there's a lack of strength of character to not stand up for such a basic tradition. Maybe not related in your mind, but I practically view it as a character flaw, like a lack of manhood. And Jordan, I'm not saying I wouldn't date and be with a woman who wouldn't take my name, excluding the fact that I'm taken. I'm simply saying we wouldn't be getting married. I could be with her until I die, but I wouldn't marry. I'm basically saying women make a mistake in marrying a guy who would change his last name. Women are just as strong and capable in what sense? Certainly not in every sense. Please clarify that statement. And of course, women don't need a man to wear the pants. You can have equal discourse, be on an equal level, but I can damn near guarantee the woman is wearing the pants if she demanded a break from tradition like that. So basically a whole bunch of people are chiming in. This is the only person that is arguing their opinion, thank God. He then says, the answer for me is I would personally never take a woman's name. I take great pride in my family name. A man who would change his name does not have enough pride in his family name. So basically my response to this guy is, A, your argument has no application in society today. Nobody cares about your opinions and your chauvinistic self-fulfilling prophecy, or whatever it is that you're going for. Nobody cares about your chauvinism in 2018, except for to get rid of it. I basically was like, how does your argument apply to homosexual relationships? How does it apply to men-on-men relationships, but especially women who love women? Because they don't want a man at all. They don't care about any alpha male, bravado, whatever kind of bullshit that you have construed up in your head to somehow rationalize that this behavior is okay and the way that you speak about females is okay, because they don't care about any of that. So I really don't think you have women all too figured out yet, buddy. Some people that were chiming in, some other opinions that I supported that I wanted to read. I think you are forgetting the point. It's not about masculine or feminine, or who wears the pants in the family. It's about identity. About what are we willing to give up for our partners? And it's a name, something you are given at birth, that's all. Asking anyone to change their name is a risk and costs something to them, including bank statements, driver's license, housing situations, so on and so on. The reason I brought this up, this is the person that made the post, is because women have done it since forever. But when are men, like you, willing to give up something that cost them something, like identity? And I think that is a great opinion, and that is the real question behind this when we're thinking, what is the value of a name? Because to suggest that a man doesn't have any pride if he's willing to give up his name in a relationship, well then who's supposed to give up their name when two men get married? One of them is supposed to take pride in the other person's identity, and the other one is supposed to release themselves of having an identity. Is A, the name that important, that is your entire identity, and B, who is to decide who wears the pants in this male-male relationship? It's really not important, you guys. There is no assigned roles in relationships, in interpersonal relationships. That is my whole point. He is arguing on behalf of keeping archaic traditions that praise chauvinism and praise men as being better and, in his words, even more powerful than women. And I'm fighting on behalf of equality. And I am fighting and arguing on behalf of allowing there to be growth, allowing people to have equal identity, allowing people to make their own relationships on their own terms, and we don't need traditions like that if they are going to put men on a pedestal and put women as below them. That is not something that has any application in 2018 society, so nobody cares about your beliefs anymore. He then went on to say that he has nothing against homosexuals. He has all the respect for women, and I'm like, buddy, you can't say these things and say that women don't have power and say that they should put all of their pride in their man and then also say that you have respect for them and also say that you have respect for homosexuals and homosexual relationships when your rules for society don't even apply to those relationships whatsoever. So sure, if that's what you want to have in your own relationship, if you want to carry on these old traditional beliefs that were passed on to you, and for whatever reason you have found a woman that is willing to cooperate with that within your relationship, then that is fine for you guys because you decided on that within your relationship. But do not, by any means, try and plaster that out into the rest of the world as this is the gospel, this is how it should be. So I just want to know what your guys' opinions are, what you guys think on last names. What is the importance of a last name? And should you have to give up your identity to give up your last name? Should men always keep their last name and women should always give up their last name? And how should this apply to the homosexual community? When a woman and a woman get married, should they have a hyphenated name? Should one of them take some kind of role in this relationship? Is that something that should be discussed before you get into a relationship? Should you discuss the importance of a last name when you are finding yourself a partner? How does this apply to men-on-men relationships, and how does this apply to other relationships in the world and in our functioning society that we actually currently live in? So I just wanted to make this video to open up that debate, to see what your guys' opinions are on this topic, and yeah, I guess that is about it. So as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Okay, bye guys.